Okay, good day. So this will be our third lesson or the continuation of the second discussion of work, power, and energy. Okay, let's begin. So the law of conservation of energy. So energy cannot be created or destroyed. It may be transferred from one form into another, but the total amount of energy never changes. So meaning, we cannot create energy. So for example, the energy from the sun that will be converted into another form of energy, and then the plants will be consumed by a higher being, either animals or humans, and so forth. So the energy from the sun will be transferred or transformed into some photosynthetic activity, particularly by the chloroplast, di ba? So that plant will store that energy, and specific animals and humans will be consuming that plant, and that plant contains that some energy. So in that form, that energy stored inside the plant will be transferred to another being. So that's why the law of conservation of energy will states always that energy alone cannot be lost. It will be only transformed or transferred to one another. So, non-conservative force. So, if friction is present, the work done depends not only on the starting and ending points, but also on the path taken. So, friction is called a non-conservative force. So, what does it mean? So, simple analogy and example. So, a non-conservative force is a force where energy is lost from the system, usually heat, sound, or deformation. So this means that total mechanical energy, the kinetic and potential is not conserved. Example nito, nag-ice skating ka. The energy na meron ka, hindi lang makikita yun in a way na, let's say, nag-ice skating ka dire-diretso. Some form of energy will be converted into what? Into sound, into heat. Saan yung heat dun, sir? Yung friction na meron dun sa ice skating rink dun, and then dun sa ice skating shoes na meron ka will produce heat. Okay? Diba nagkikreate din yun ng sound? May cracking or para sliding sound. And that is also an example of conversion of energy. Another example. Imagine you're pushing a box across the floor. You have to keep applying force to move it because friction is resisting you. That friction is a non-conservative force because it turns some of your energy into heat, not into motion or stored energy. Parang parehas lang siya ng explanation natin sa nag-ice skating. So example of non-conservative forces, so we have friction, sliding, rolling, air resistance, tension in a rope, if it stretches and loses energy, applied force, pushing or pulling something manually, normal force, like when it causes deformation. Kapag pinatong mo isang bagay, tapos nagkaroon ng deformation. Di ba? Kaya sobrang bigat, pinatong mo sa isang surface, it will cause deformation. Hindi lang natin siya na-observe kasi usually mga pinapatong nating object sa isang table, kaya or may capacity yung table na yun or surface na yun to handle the weight of that object. But if the object is way heavier than the surface or the maximum capacity in terms of kilogram or mass, magkakaroon deformation yun. Like parang may tangke ka or kotse, pinatong mo sa lamesa nyo, automatic masisira yon, and that will cause deformation. And that is also an example of what? Non-conservative forces. So kung may non-conservative, meron tayong conservative. So conservative force, a force is conservative when the work it does on a moving object is independent of the path between the object's initial and final position. So, ito yung equation kanina wherein your work due to gravity is equal to what? Mass times gravity times height. Okay? Analogy or example, no? Ito, roller coaster. A force is conservative when it does no work on an object moving around, a closed path. Closed path, ibig sabihin, ito, diretso or liliko-liko siya, pero at the same time, babalik siya sa at certain point. Okay? Starting and finishing at the same point. And that is the example of a typical roller coaster ride. Doon ka mag-start, doon ka rin matatapos. Hence, the equation will become what? Initial height will be always equal to final height. Kasi kung saan ka nag-start, doon ka rin mag-end. Tama? But why? So when the object starts and ends at the same time, or at the same height, like walking in a circle or going up and down a hill and ending where you started, the result becomes zero because the height difference is zero. Because imagine, if you start from, let's say, naglakad ka, paikot sa isang park, bumalik ka dun sa starting point mo. So the difference between the and final initial height and final height will be always zero. Kasi parehas na number eh. And any number multiplied by zero will become zero. Hence, the equation will become zero. So, laging sagot mo zero, di ba? Another example. Climbing up a hill and then coming back down to the same spot. Your gravity helps you go down but resists you going up. Kaya mahirap umakyat kesa bumaba. In total, gravity does no net work because you ended where you started. That's why gravity is conservative force. It doesn't use up energy over a closed path. Diba? A conservative force is one where the total work done is zero when an object moves in a closed path. Meaning, it starts and ends at the same point. So, if you're going to measure conservative forces, you will always assume that you will start at the same spot and end at the same spot as well. Hiking up a mountain trail that loops back to the starting point. You go uphill using that energy. Then you come downhill and gravity helps you. Hirap sa pag-akyat, madali pagpababa. So when you finish the loop, you're back where you started. So even though you use energy going up and gain energy coming down, the net energy change is now zero because you ended up at the same height. Okay? Inulit ko lang, same example yun. So ito, another example. You can read this one. No? Hindi ko na siya uulitin. Basta lagi ang starting and ending point mo at the same spot. Okay? So potential energy can only be defined for conservative forces. Sa example ng conservative and non-conservative forces, sa conservative na lang tayo, gravitational, elastic, and electric. Another example of non-conservative is motor or rocket propulsion. So when we distinguish between work done by conservative forces and the work done by non-conservative forces, we find that the work done by non-conservative forces is equal to the change in kinetic and potential energy. So the meaning your work done by non-conservative force, ito yon, WNC sub NC, is equal to the sum of your KE and PE. Okay? So if there are no conservative forces, the sum of the changes in kinetic energy and in the potential energy is zero. Kinetic and potential energy changes are equal but opposite in sign. So this allows us to define the total mechanical energy. So when we say mechanical energy, that is equivalent to the sum of your potential and kinetic energy. And it has a symbol of capital E. So, and its conservation will be always equal to E sub 2 is equal to E sub 1. Ano ibig sabihin yun? Assuming that you have two values for your mechanical energy, your initial and final. Lagi daw equal yan. E sub F minus E sub F is equal to E sub I. Okay? So, let's say you're dragging a box across the floor. Friction is always fighting you. So even you return the same spot, friction has used of energy, turn it into heat. So that energy is gone, so you then get it back. Hindi mo makukuha yon. So friction is not conservative. Hindi mo matatago yun. Hindi na maibabalik yun. And that is the meaning of non-conservative. Okay? Summary. So when we say gravity, a type of conservative forces, does it return energy? Yes. Diba? Yun nga yung example natin, umakyat ka pataas, bigla kang bumaba, na-regain mo ulit. But the work in closed path, zero. Kabaliktaran ng friction, a type of non-conservative force. Binabalik bang return ang energy? Sorry? Hindi. Bakit? Pag nag-ice-skating ka, yung example previously, hindi mo na mare-regain yun. Yung heat, yung sound, yung deformation, etc. Diba? Therefore, the work in closed path will not be zero. May value ka makukuha. Okay? Simple analogy ng mechanical energy. So, kinetic energy in terms of joule and potential energy in terms of joule. Makikita nyo at position 1, ito, ang potential energy natin ay maximum. Habang bumababa siya, the kinetic energy what? Increases. Pero ang potential energy natin decreases. Pero at some point, magiging equal yan dito banda. Magiging 300 yan, di ba? Meaning, yung KE and PE mo magiging equal at some point. So, tandaan nyo lang, kapag at rest, potential. Okay? Lagi naman yun ang technique eh. So, if there is a non-conservative force, such as friction, where do the kinetic and potential energy goes? So, they become either sound or heat. So, like na sinabi kanina, even the actual temperature rise of material involved can be calculated. And that will be considered heat, diba? Temp yun eh, diba? Definition ng heat, sudden change in temperature. Diba? In the image on the left, so the total mechanical energy will be equal to what kaya? So we can assume that your mechanical energy, given the previous equation wherein it is equal to the sum of your kinetic and potential energy, we can what? Say, or substitute the equation of your kinetic energy and potential energy. Hence, mabibigyan kayo ng equation na ano, eto. Diba? Formula nito to, formula nito ito. Some types of energy. So, di ko na babanggitin. Yung iba, basahin nyo na lang yan. Chemical energy, stored in chemical bonds. Nuclear energy, in nuclei. Thermal, alam nyo na yon. Body or system that is energy possessed or stored, either due to movement of particles or in any form within the body or the system. Elastic, stored energy yan when an object is stretched, binanat, or compressed. Okay? Sample problem. A motorcyclist is trying to leap across the canyon by driving horizontally off a cliff of 38.0 meter per second. Ignoring air resistance, find the speed with which the cycle strikes the ground on the other side. So dito, sorry, sorry po, pakidisregard na lang yun, no? So, tignan nyo po yung diagram. So, may mga problem po kasi tayo na hindi given po yung mga values. Katulad nito, ang given mo nasa picture or nasa diagram. It showed that the initial velocity is 38.0 meter per second. So, anong hinahanap natin? The final speed or the final velocity. So, given ng initial height na 70, so after mag-drive ng motor, netong motorcyclist na to, the final height is 35.0 meter, half of the initial height. So, we are about to find the final speed. Okay? Given yung mga equation na meron tayo, yung kanina diniscuss natin, E sub F minus, is equal to E sub I. Okay? Hinahanap natin final speed. We simply substitute the equation. So, anong value ng E sub F natin ulit at E sub I? Di ba yun yung equation na yon? Saan galing yung ina yan? Saan galing MGH na yan, sir? Di namin maintindihan. Hiniwalay lang natin ang dalawang value ng E. Diba? Meron kang final and initial. Kanina, meron ako nilagay na E sub 2 is equal to E sub 1. Yan lang din yun. O, ang E2 mo, final yon kaya E sub F. Kaya, ang ginamit mong equation, yung MGH final, MB squared final. So, kung yung 1, yun yung initial mo, dapat sub 0. Okay, gets? At ito lang din yung equation kanina ng ng mechanical energy. However, sa equation na to, dalawa kasi. Ina-assume mo na meron kang mechanical energy, final and initial. So, substitute natin yung value na meron tayo. So, anong mass natin? Okay, ano kaya ang mass? Mass times gravity times height. Anong gagawin? So, magiging ang equation natin? Magiging ganito. Okay. So, pwede nyo isulat muna to. Sulat nyo muna. Okay. So, kuwari, nagsasolve na kayo. So, we're looking for the value of our final velocity. Okay. Stop tayo dito. Bibigyan kayo ng time para mag-solve. Okay. So, it is for you to find out saan napunta ang mass. Okay, kayo analyze the problem and analyze the picture and diagram previously shown sa PPT na to or sa recorded discussion na to. Okay? Stop nyo muna, then mag-solve kayo. Basahin nyo ulit, i-understand nyo saan napunta. Okay. Now, proceed. So, we're looking for the final velocity. Okay? Final velocity. Ito hinahanap natin. O, diba tinuruan naman kayo? Paano gagawin yan? O, pwede mo i-divide both sides yan. Magiging ganito equation mo. B sub F is equal to 2G minus H sub 0 minus H sub F. Kasi nilipat mo din sa kabila, di ba? Tama? Magiging minus H sub F. Change sign. Okay? Then ito, B sub 0 squared. Okay, substitute again the value. So you'll get 46.2 meter per second squared as your answer. Ganun lang po siya kadali. Madali lang naman po tong mechanical energy. So basta alam lang natin mag-analyze ng problem. Okay? Last two slides. Power. Average power is the rate at which work is done and it is obtained by dividing the work by the time required to perform the work. So we have the equation. So average power, so usually power is in average form. So definitely, may bar sign sa taas. So your power is equal to work over time. So we will use the value of your work naman. So energy transform over time. So iba na gamit nating unit ba dito? Okay, sorry, natalunan ko. Ano ulit po? Ang unit natin ulit sa work, sorry, ay sa power. Power is equal to what? Work over time. Okay? So, magiging joules per second. Okay? But katulad ng work, hindi tayo gumagamit ng Newton meter. Gagamit tayo dito ng panibago. W. Okay? Naintindihan? Okay, W, no? Or watts. So power is also needed for acceleration and for moving against the force of gravity. So the average power can be written in terms of the force and the average velocity. Hence, we have this equation. Okay? So, again, the formula for work, diba? Force times distance, cosine theta. So, you can use this equation instead. If hindi given yung work, FD over T. And, ano bang formula ng velocity? Natatandaan nyo pa? Ang formula ng velocity, displacement or distance over time. Kaya ito, magiging ito. So, pwede natin itong gamitin. And that's all for the third recorded discussion.